Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to being in jail in the last story. So it looks like they changed the title screen again. Now it's the courtyard of the castle, which I guess makes sense because we're in presumably the castle's dungeon, or in some sort of dungeon. So that's kind of cool. Remember we were in prison. What are we doing here?
When are we gonna get out of here?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember who I need to talk to actually get out. Is it you?
The guard came 3 times while you were away.
Okay.
Actually, he's really nice, wasn't he? He even, forgot that you were gone. Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering
So
about
that's
that.
how you get all those girls to give you the time of day.
I was wondering about that if the guard came by and saw that, like, a decent chunk of the people were gone, just, like, don't notice them. Yeah, Horace, I don't think I really like you, to be perfectly honest. You're kind of weird. Thanks for the help, though.
Need booze. Need meat.
Okay. Man, this gets choppy. Okay.
A lot's changed here since the current counter run.
I think you already
If anyone
said that.
says
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
I
Okay, you're not important.
I'm getting really hungry.
Didn't we just get some food?
At Giral. He's been telling everyone how he slaughtered 100 Garak. But it's all lies. He stood at the back whimpering while we did all the fighting. He'd rather that wasn't known, so he had me thrown in here.
Right. You
Not a
said that.
decent-
I remember now. Did we get a tray of food? I think that's what it was. Yes, we got left like a tray of food or something like that. And there's probably a key like baked into the bread or something. Let's check that.
What's that?
Or not?
Zale, time for more questioning. Come on.
Oh man, the last bout of questioning was so much fun. I can't wait for some more.
Zale's inquisition continued as further testimonies were presented. Zale stood resolute, uttering not a single word as he waited for the final judgment.
Surely dragging this out any further is a waste of time. He won't defend himself. That is as good as a confession. I believe capital punishment is in order. I trust you agree, my lord.
Do you really have nothing to say?
Punish me if you have to. Just leave my friends out of it. Let them go.
My, how admirable of you. Very well, I have no objection to this. You're the only one I'm after. I couldn't care less about your filthy mercenary friend.
What'd you say about my filthy mercenary friends?
I do apologize. I know I wasn't summoned, but I thought I'd just poke my nose in. Oh, and I hope you don't mind, but I brought someone along who'd like to have her say.
Callista?
I have one thing I want to say to you all. The decision to go to the Garak base with this man and his friends was mine alone. They were worried about my safety. They told me I should return to the castle. But I wouldn't listen. I made them take me to the base.
Gosh.
I do not understand.
That cannot possibly happen.
Why would you knowingly put yourself in such danger?
Oh well, you see...
Sounded
No,
like
Callista.
fun.
Don't tell them.
How goes the investigation?
Your Lordship,
Sounds like it's going pretty well from here. How did they get in? Is there a door there?
Would you show me your hand? Ah, this could only be the mark of the outsider.
The what?
Allow me to explain. You see, there is a legend passed down in the Argonan family. When Lazulus Island is in crisis, a man with the mark of the outsider will appear as the island's savior. That savior stands before you today.
No, it's inconceivable.
Can you believe that?
Assuming I am correct, I need not tell you of the great significance this man could hold for us. In these dark times, he is a beacon of hope. Why would such a man ever think to kidnap Lady Callista? Lord Gerald, are you sure you are not somehow mistaken?
My lord.
Lord Gerald might be forgiven for making such an error of judgment. Such is his deep devotion to my niece. Isn't that right, Lord Gerald?
Seething in anger, you can tell.
If you put it like that, my lord, you may be correct.
Then this is a cause for celebration. Not only do I have a wonderful future nephew in Gerald, but now also a brave warrior to defend my people. Lazulus Island is surely saved!
Let's have a dungeon party, everyone.
Then I declare the accused innocent of all charges. Take it no one has any objections?
Someone get me out of these handcuffs.
Master Zale showed true courage in the face of such torment.
I'm glad we made it in time. Thank you, everyone.
He thinks he can disgrace me like that and get away with it. Oh, you'll see. He'll see.
Your evil musings are a little bit too loud there,
Zale
but...
was free to go, his name cleared. It wasn't long before his friends in the dungeon were also released. After stretching their weary bodies and bathing in the sun's light, they all gathered in the Great Hall.
I'm sure he won't come back and, ruin our plans later.
Whoa! Good going, Zale. We've been acquitted.
My body's aching from that damn cell. I'm gonna sleep for a week.
But I wonder why they released us. Did they have a sudden change of heart?
I don't know. I can hardly believe it myself.
Who cares? We should be celebrating. I'm gonna drink till my arms fall off.
Yeah, but first I have to find General Astar and thank him.
We're back here again. So according to the How Long to Beat time, we're getting close to the halfway point of the game. Doesn't that feel weird? I was thinking about that. How Long to Beat time says it's like 20 and a half hours. With, of course, the, completionist ones being a bit longer than that. So, considering that I spent time to poke around in the city near the beginning of the game, we could definitely be looking at a, a longer playthrough. But the point still stands that this is a really short JRPG. Most of them are 40, 50, 60, possibly more hours. And so, it still feels weird to me the fact that I'm even remotely considering that we might be near the halfway point of the game. We've seen so few dungeons and stuff, So few locations. I mean, this big city, I think, is like the only real city we visit.
Did you see General Astar fighting? It was something else.
Don't forget Cytherius. Why can't we all be that skilled, eh? Oh, yes. I saw the General out in the courtyard. He was waiting for someone.
He's been appearing a lot recently.
Who has?
There's an old mansion in the city. They say at night the ghost of a child.
Don't, please.
What are you guys doing over here by the cool wall light? Just checking out the walls? That's cool. You never know what that might be for.
I heard the mercenaries they had locked up in the dungeon are really powerful.
Tell me more.
Really? They're scum. Nothing more.
I heard the mercenaries they...
Guess they want to make good use of this castle map they spent all this time on.
So you're Zale. The General is waiting for you in the courtyard. Go now. The General asked for you himself. You should be honored.
Another ancient book has been deciphered. Deciphered books are deposited in the library. Okay, so we can go back to the library. Considering, you know, the technical requirements and kind of how crazy it is that this game even runs in the system at all. I'm guessing the castle map probably takes up a...
I hear the reps.
No, sorry, a decently considerable portion of the storage space on the disk. So I could understand them wanting to reuse it.
I hear the Reptids have been digging tunnels right underneath the castle.
First the Garak, now Reptids.
Not the Reptids.
A lot of earthquakes these days.
Something bad is happening, I'm sure.
Can't use my trick bananas in here. Guess that'd be
Keeping
unseemly
such a
of me.
big place clean is no easy task.
There's no time for nattering. Shape up!
Alright, mates. You get to it then. Oh yeah, this castle was full of rebel. They cleaned this up real good.
The Count...
What?
The Count's chamber is just ahead.
Okay.
The Count is very busy at the moment. Please come back later.
Why would you tell me it's up ahead? If I can't go in it.
The thought alone of another Garak attack terrifies me.
I wonder what the Count will do about it.
We should get out of this job before it's too late. I don't want to die.
Though it pains me to admit it, I too was of little use on the field of battle. But next time we shall show our true mettle.
You are listening to me, right? Hello?
I do find it interesting that they bothered to voice all these little
The Count's chamber.
audio lines. I guess, you know, 3 or 4 lines of audio isn't like a lot, but it's definitely an attention to detail that I wouldn't expect from a, you know, a game running this tight on resources and on a very odd console for this sort of thing.
I don't know how much longer I can stick with being a knight.
Just hang in there. You'll only feel worse if you quit. Why don't you chat with General Astar about it? He's in the courtyard.
Okay. Like, I was thinking about this the other day, you know, visually, the comparison I'm about to make isn't necessarily right, but it almost feels like I'm playing like a cell phone game, you know? Like a cell phone RPG where they're really stripped down and they're clearly struggling to try to make it work on the limited hardware available. And they usually have lesser stories, you know, it's like, there's definitely a rift between a console or like a PC kind of RPG versus like a mobile phone or, let's say, not even a handheld necessarily, because usually handheld ones are normally still a step above a mobile game version of like an RPG or a JRPG. And it's weird because this feels in some ways, you know, visually, it's very low graphics quality, and they get away with that on mobile, you know, in mobile games with like zero anti-aliasing and, you know, low visual fidelity, although it definitely looks like they're trying to hide some of that with this far-off blur effect. It actually looks kind of nice considering. So they're using those same, you know, kind of things that I would see on like a mobile platform of an RPG game. But at the same time, it clearly has so much more like there's so much more depth to the battle system, even though I wouldn't say the battle system's necessarily deep. There's more depth and there's more ways to tackle a battle than any mobile game would give you for a JRPG kind of game or anything like that. So it definitely feels like there's a lot of work put into it, even though the hardware is very, very much not really good for this sort of thing. That was a lot of words right there, but it's just really weird. It's like something that never should have happened, but it's kind of interesting that it did.
I must have felled the most Garak in that last battle.
No, I did, to be sure.
Didn't the two of you run off screaming?
Okay. I guess my point with all of this is that I don't necessarily feel like
I must have
I
felt
want to
the most
see
Garak in
another
that
game
last
like
battle.
this. Another, game where someone clearly put a lot of work into a very underpowered title. But it's interesting that they did, even if I don't feel like I want to see it again. Do you know about a crystal called Light of the Outsider? It's a rare item that can remove curses from weapons and equipment. The Light of the Outsider is named for its holy light that destroys the forces of evil. Now few people know how to lift curses, so I don't think you will ever see it done. Alright, good, I'll keep that in mind. Books on shelves can be stolen, but they're safe when sealed within the globe. They may only be read by those whose identity has been thoroughly checked. Has my identity been thoroughly checked? I guess it has been if I get to use the cool glowy globe. Can you imagine how inconvenient it is anytime someone wants to read this and the whole room gets bathed in this blue light? Alright, so like before, actually it's only one page, I guess I can read it. Long ago, a terrible war threatened the very existence of our entire continent. Using the power of the Outsider, the founder of the House of Argonon built a great moving fortress, operatable only by one who bears the Outsider's mark. The overwhelming power of the moving fortress served as a deterrent and brought an end to the war. Afterwards, to prevent any misusing this terrible power, it was then sealed away, and now only a legend remains. When crisis befalls Lazulus, one shall appear who bears the mark of the Outsider, and she shall be the island's savior. Right, that's pretty convenient. Anything new up here? Probably not, just more creepy children standing around.
There's something more important than magic, and that's friendship.
I don't think you talked last time. Creepy child. Excuse me. Alright, that's fine. There we go. Got these two creepy kids over here.
I'm going to marry Mr. Urich when I grow up. I promised him and everything.
You gonna what?
I don't want to lose my sister.
Okay. These kids didn't talk last time.
There's something more important than magic.
Kid, please.
And that's friendship.
That's fine. Can I... Kid. Thank you. And back to the mobile game thing.
What now?
Okay, I'm good. I know that there are some mobile games where people have done, similar amount of work. And, like a similar idea to what I'm speaking about here, where the game clearly has a lot of work and effort put into it, but the platform it's on, namely, a mobile phone, is not nearly powerful enough to support it, or hardly support it, I should say. It's like, clearly they had to take some visual steps back. But I would say a majority of mobile phone games are not that way. Most of them are, cheap cash grabs or, very scaled back experiences that don't really resemble the same feelings or anything about the original. Alright, let's go talk with, whatever. I can't remember this guy's name.
Why, it's Master Zale.
I'm glad your head is still attached to your body.
So am I, believe me. I can't thank you enough, General.
Me? No. Master Dagran is the one who bent the Count's ear. I was only there for show in the end.
But you brought Lady Callista. That's what made all the difference. Gerald wouldn't have backed down otherwise.
Well, then you should thank the lady herself, along with the others who helped win your freedom. All I did was lend Lady Callista a hand. How could I not, when I saw her deep concern for your safety? Zale, the truth is absolute, unchanging, but sometimes petty emotions drive people to distort the truth. And yet emotions can also drive people to seek it out. Those are the people you ought to treasure.
Yes.
However, if what the Count said is true, I fear our troubles have only just begun. That mark of yours represents an even greater power than I imagined. You must be careful not to lose yourself. Power is best used by someone with the strength of heart to wield it.
That creepy smile again.
I'll bear that in mind.
Okay.
Entry is forbidden
Okay,
to all
gotcha.
but knights.
I know, gotcha.
Leave immediately.
I'm leaving. So are we done, I think? Is that Lady Callista's clothing you have there? I have a request to ask of you. Would you please allow me to make some alterations? Oh, okay. Oh, you can upgrade her ball gown. Interesting. HP recovery while hiding. Just cost money. Oh, and now gnome silver. Alright, that's kind of cool. I guess we can get that appraised. I forgot about that. Interesting. Okay. Because presumably we're going to get her back at some point.
It's fantastic!
Just a little practice every day, then we do what we want. Best job ever.
Okay, then.
In my
Push them, they push back. Okay, I'm done listening to you people. Let's get out of here.
You're Zale. The Count summons you to his chamber. Do not delay.
You sound like a nerd.
The Count?
Indeed. His chamber is on the second floor. Your friend Dagran is already on his way.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Mr. Knight. You sound... Okay, stop pushing me. You sound kind of like a nerd.
Master Zale, the Count's chamber is one floor.
I know.
There will be some knights guarding the door. Please look
I know,
for
I
them.
want to talk. Leave me alone. I've been thinking about it a little bit more and how I didn't think there were many dungeons. I guess there has been a couple dungeons. They've just done a good job of taking the dungeons and then using them as, like, story areas as well. You know, because this castle was sort of a dungeon. And then, of course, they're using it as a story area. The boat was a dungeon, and then it got turned into a story area. There was the dungeon, the military base dungeon. Yeah, they had a couple of these that where they've used the dungeon as like an actual area.
Master Zale,
I know. It's kind of interesting, though. I guess that's a good thing. Definitely helps them reuse their resources better.
My lord?
Ah, just the man I was looking for. Now, about your right hand. Dagran has briefed me, but I would like to hear the details from you.
Does this cool thing where it glows?
How exactly did you receive that mark?
Let me explain.
I see. This is a curious turn of events indeed. Why would it give you its power? Well, I'm sure we'll find out eventually. By the way, Lady Callista was worried sick about you.
My lord, I assure you that Lady Callista had nothing to do with this.
Settle down. If I fretted every time that girl went off on her own, why, I'd never have a moment's peace. Now that I think about it, perhaps it is fortuitous that you and Callista became so close. Depending on your answer, I might even reconsider her engagement.
My answer?
As you know, Lazarus has been like the sword of the Empire, fighting the Gurak and other foreign enemies for hundreds of years. Jural and Callista's marriage would certainly give us great influence within the Empire. But it is only a means to an end. My true goal has always been to annihilate the Gurak and bring peace to the Empire.
But is that even possible?
It will not be easy, of course, but that power of yours may be the deciding factor. With your help, it might just be possible.
I liked that scene. That was really cool. I like the camera angles and the music and everything there.
Mate, I don't know what you're frowning about. This is our chance. I doubt we'll get another one.
I know that. But I just... It's not me the Count wants. What he wants is... the power of the outsider. Is that really a good thing?
That's none of our concern. If you think you can't handle it, you better get yourself sorted.
Just give me some time, Dagran. I need to figure things out.
All right then. Go and clear your head.
If you swear absolute loyalty to me, I will knight you and your friends.
Oh, that sounds pretty great.
And if you so desire, even marrying Callista might not be out of the
Oh,
question.
yeah, we got a good deal here. Don't run away this time. Look, there's nowhere to run, actually.
Was that Callista? No. Tell me she wasn't listening. I have to catch up to her.
Actually, I guess there's little hallways over here. She could have run away. Did you see Callista go this
Callista's
way?
room is that?
Through here are the guest rooms and the ballroom. Lady Callista went to her room looking very depressed. I hope she's all right.
Hey, Callista, we got your ball gown thing upgraded. Didn't this bridge get broken? They did a real good job cleaning this thing up. It hasn't been that long since the attack, has it? Maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe at most? Wow, not even gonna knock. Wow.
Callista's not in her room. Where'd she get to?
Hi.
Lady Callista just left. Said she wanted to feel the wind on her face.
Pushes us aside. We didn't even knock. That's like so rude. Okay, I assume it's out this way. Ooh, spare room. What's in here?
Callista? Callista? Not here either.
There's a save point here. That's interesting.
She's not been kidnapped. No, don't be stupid.
Look at this. He's got a freaking picture of himself on the wall.
Nobles are into some really weird stuff.
Wow. Yeah, let me just frame a picture of myself and stick it on the wall. I'm sure you want to talk to me after everything we've gone through.
Don't just drop in. The Count may think you're innocent, but I know better. You'll never be anything more than a mercenary. The life of nobility is not easy.
Excellent. I'm glad I can push him aside. Whoop, whoop. What's in here? What is all of this? What? 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 You what, mate? Can I equip that? I assume it's probably just Callista that can equip it.